President Trump set to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago today. Eamon Javers joins us with a look at what's at stake. Eamon.
Yeah, Leslie, you're right. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to meet with President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago this afternoon, and the discussion could turn to a possible additional U.S. strike against Iran's ballistic missile program. Also potentially on the agenda for this conversation, discussion of the reconstruction of Gaza, which is expected to be difficult and expensive. This will be Netanyahu's sixth meeting with Trump this year. Netanyahu visited Mar-a-Lago most recently in July of 2024 before President Trump was reelected to his second term. Now, President Trump has been extremely proud of that U.S. strike on Iran that he authorized in June, boasting that it set the country's nuclear program back by years. He displays a small model of a stealth bomber in the Oval Office, and he often recounts how the pilots trained for and executed that grueling around-the-world flight and combat strike. But it's not clear, despite that, how much appetite Trump would have for additional strikes, even if there is intelligence suggesting that Iran is reconstructing its nuclear program. So the meeting is scheduled for 1 p.m. today, and as of now, press is expected to be invited in for at least a portion of that session. So we should get a better sense of the positions of both countries by later on today, guys. Back over to you.
Eamon, is there a sense of how the relationship between Trump and Netanyahu is at this juncture? There were some reports over the weekend that I was reading that said that many of other administration officials have become less enchanted with Netanyahu over time. Do we have a sense that President Trump feels the same way?
Well, I think it's a real question right now. And one of the questions will be for Benjamin Netanyahu, how willing is he to allow some sort of political deal on the reconstruction of Gaza? I think President Trump clearly wants to move forward with some kind of rebuilding and some kind of political stabilization in Gaza after all the carnage and chaos that we've seen there. Netanyahu has been unwilling to allow the Palestinian Authority, for example, to be part of that deal to re-govern that region. And so I think the question for Trump is, does Netanyahu become more of an impediment to what he wants than a partner, which is the way he's seen Netanyahu, heretofore. So I think this is a real fulcrum point in the relationship between these two figures who've both put enormous amounts of stock in the relationship with each other in terms of their governing coalitions domestically.